Another classic mech, the Commando has the honor of being called the first scout mech, with the introduction of the 1A variant in 2463. Using the same primitive tech that brought the Mackie to life, the 1A definitely had growing pains with its large laser. The upgrade then became the standard 2D, where the mech ditched the large laser in exchange for an SRM-4, an SRM-6, and a medium laser, as well as a boost in speed going from 80 to 97 kilometers an hour. This version makes it a great scout and striker for the Lyran Commonwealth for almost 600 years. The peak of this design, in my opinion, is the 8S variant, where it uses Indosteel chassis, an XL engine that boosts its speed to 110 km an hour, a Streak SRM-2, a pair of ER medium lasers. This design also uses an advanced C3 boosted slave computer to share targeting data with the rest of a C3 lance. When the descendants of the SLDF came back as the clans, they brought with them their version of the Commando in the 2C. Donning clan tech, this mech just improves on the Intersphere standard 2D, with 2 ER medium lasers, 3 SRM-4s, and an SRM-6. Although my money is on the 8S with its lance mates. Follow for more Battlemech reviews. One of my personal favorites when it comes to Battletech as a whole, the Jenner is a great balance of speed, maneuverability, and firepower. The only downside is its lack of armor, which in 3025 is only 4 tons on a 35-ton chassis. The D variant, which is not what you think it is, has 4 medium lasers and an SRM-4 launcher. With a top speed of 118 km an hour, it's definitely one of the fastest mechs in the setting. Just don't let it get behind you. That potential firepower can ruin even a heavy mech's day. After the clan invasion, they brought in the N variant, upgrading everything: heavy fireproof armor, an extra light engine, extended range medium lasers, a beagle active probe, and uses 11 double heat sinks. The older variants were so useful that even the clans developed it further into the Jenner 2C, although, in my opinion, they missed the mark on replicating the same weapons loadout. Armed with an SRM-4 and 2 SRM-6s, the original 2C would not survive long and a prolonged campaign away from supply lines. Please follow for more thoughts on Battlemech review. A light mech weighing in at 35 tons. The Wolfhound was first field tested in 3028 by the mercenary unit known as the Kellhounds. This machine was a good mix of speed, firepower, and durability. Able to outpace the Panther, but also able to keep the Jenner from getting too close. The Wolfhound found a great use in the War of 3039. The design was so impressive, the DCMS designed the Wolf Trap just to hunt them down. Thanks to the Helm memory core, the Wolfhound would get more upgrades and variants due to its advancements in technology not seen since the Star League. The current standard, the WLF-2, is a laser boat where it uses all-energy weaponry, which improves the durability of the mech without the possibility of an ammo explosion. The primary weapon is an ER large laser mounted in the right arm, backed up by 3 medium lasers in the front and 1 in the back of the torso. The 10 double heatsinks give this light hunter enough dissipation to do his job without overheating too much. 7.5 tons of armor and a respectable max speed of 97.2 kilometers an hour round out its defenses. Again, I'm just going to cover my personal favorite variant, but the 2 is definitely a well-rounded unit for its size. The 3S introduced in 3064 replaces the ER large laser for an ER PPC and upgrades the 3 forward mediums to ER versions, followed by a swap for the rear to an ER small. While it does use a light engine to give it the weight to fit the new equipment in the chassis, it also uses 2 leftover tons to equip 2 extra heat sinks to compensate for the increase of heat. Overall, this design gets a solid 8 out of 10 rating in my book. Follow for more Battlemech reviews. In the depths of the Blackest era, many militaries needed replacements and upgrades to the machines, including the Draconis Combine Mustard Soldiery, or DCMS for short. Using parts from old 10K Panthers, Luthian Armor Works and Star Core Industries developed the White in 3068. Using surprising technology for a 35-ton mech, the White is a deadly combatant in its weight class. Armed with a heavy PPC and 2 ER medium lasers, this machine definitely packs a punch. To improve its durability and the huge weapon in the chest, the White uses a compact fusion engine, double heatsinks, and heavy ferrofibrous armor. The only downside to this mech is its speed, which is only 86 kilometers an hour. Even with that speed, the armor definitely can take up most of the other defenses. My personal favorite variant is the 2 Law C3. Replacing 1 ER medium laser, this variant uses a C3 slave unit to share targeting information with a C3 lance, which the DCMS is quite fond of. So if you see this machine on the battlefield and think it's not a threat, think again, as you might find yourself meeting your maker sooner than expected. Thank you, and follow for more Battlemech reviews.